All right, it's my video.
Welcome back to pregame.tv. Saturday baseball action. We've got the Cincinnati Reds traveling to play the Milwaukee Brewers. The Brewers, this will be the second game back home off of the road trip. They return home on Friday night to kick this series off. And we've got a pitching matchup of Latos and Gallardo. And, of course, Cincinnati, disappointment so far. Milwaukee, got to say, surprise so far, in the NL Central. But I think you're going to start to see a little changing of the guard, a little shuffling in the NL Central. Cincinnati, a lot of their problems have been they've had injuries this season. Mm-hmm. Their closer was, on the DL for a while. Latos, as we're going to be talking about, is just making his first start of the season. Joey Votto, a very important part of this offense, been out. He returned earlier this week. So they're starting to get the pieces back. And we remember last year, it was great watching the three-horse race between St. Louis, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati that went all the way right down to the final day of the season as far as Pittsburgh and Cincinnati, who was the play-in game, and then that great series with the Pirates and St. Louis going 5. Latos, what do you think coming off the DL?
Like you told me, you're going to get a guy's best effort when he comes off the DL. Nobody's seen him. Now, the thing is, it's a knee injury, so as long as that knee is solid, we know the arm is healthy, and that's the good thing. So the arm is healthy, and it's rested, and it's going to have some good stuff. There is no doubt there. Got to just make sure you don't tweak the knee, but he's been good coming out, and he's ready to go, and looking forward to it. Now, Miller Park, still a hitter's park, and, Gallardo's a guy that is always tough. He comes off his best outing, had a shutout in 7 innings, just gave up 4 hits, struck out 8, but he threw 121 pitches, Marco, and that is 13 more pitches than he's thrown in any one game this year, and that's a lot. So, again, will he have enough to get it done? Again, they may get 6 innings out of him, but I'm looking for Latos, and like you said, not only all those guys, Votto, Bruce just came back a couple weeks ago prior to Votto, Desiraco also coming back, and he's been a nice surprise power-wise behind the plate. So, again, looking forward to Cincinnati, like you said, getting healthy, starting to make a push, make a run, and I think it'll be a 3-team race again in September, only I think Milwaukee replaces Pittsburgh this year.
Well, my Pirates, just to go off chart here with this game, they finally got Polanco up. They brought him up on Tuesday night, Pittsburgh. It was electric at PNC Park. They've been waiting for this kid for a long time. Hasn't done anything, spectacular yet. He's, I think he went 1 for 5 in both of his first 2 starts. So at least he didn't get the collar. But I like where they put him in the lineup. He's batting second, right in front of McCutchen. McCutchen's batting, since he's come up, Polanco, and batting in front of McCutchen. McCutchen's batting like 500. They've walked him 4 times. So, it's going to benefit McCutchen having him in front of him. Protects McCutchen, I think. And once Polanco gets his sea legs and starts doing what he was doing in the minor leagues, this Pirate lineup will get a lot more potent than it was all season long. But the pitching problems, the Pirates got injuries. Garrett Cole now going to be injured for a while. So that's going to derail things. Lariano had to leave his last start. So that's not good. But offensively, the Pirates will be, a different team.
There you go. Well, they weren't scoring for Lariano anyway. So
yeah, poor guy. What a season, a nightmare it's been for him. All right, this is your free pick. Let's go ahead and make it official.
Let's do it. And it's always tough to go against the Milwaukee Brewers, especially at home. They play good, solid ball there. And Gallardo, like I said, actually coming off a couple good, solid efforts where he struck out 14 batters in his last 2 outings. But like I said, 121 pitches. Could take something out of him. May not be ready for this new infusion now for Cincinnati is, again, getting back Joey Votto. Mesoraco back now for a couple weeks. Bruce back for a couple weeks. So the lineup starting to look like the lineup they thought was going to be there at the beginning of the year. Still need your table setters. Billy Hamilton, 24 stolen bases, has been solid. Ryan Ludwig, he stayed healthy. He's been nice. Need a little bit more production average-wise from Brandon Phillips. And like Marco said, got Aroldis Chapman in there to close the door. So I'm going to take a shot with Matt Latos coming off the DL. Also, I can't forget the Jersey kid, Todd Frazier. He's actually been pretty solid so far this year at the hot corner. Gallardo and the Brewers, again, tough to go against, but I think I'm going to get a pretty good price here with Latos. I would think I'm probably going to be a dog in this game, a slight dog with he coming just off the DL. The game's in Miller Park. Gallardo pitches well there, and like I said, coming off 2 good efforts. So I'm looking at Cincinnati probably plus about $1.10, maybe $1.15 if I'm fortunate there. Going to take a shot, like the lineup. And again, Gallardo on the season, 4-4, 3.71 ERA. Again, but that 121 pitches, again, it's just a gut feel, but we're on a roll, 14-7, like Marco said. So kind of sometimes you don't want to put too many stats out there, all this BS. I basically want to tell you, I feel like Cincinnati's going to take care of business, and I like guys off the DL. Why? Because Marco D'Angelo gave me that tip at the beginning of the year, and I followed that, and there's been several solid pitchers that have come off the DL, and they've produced. And Marco, it's paying at a nice little clip there, but there's a reason, and you've been doing this for a long time. So when you're somebody that enjoys handicapping and it's not your favorite sport to handicap, baseball, I've learned so much from you and from Chuck Edel over the years that now I feel that I'm adequate enough to hold my own. Still not an expert like you, but some of the tips that you've given me have paid off in dividends big time.
I appreciate the compliment. And yeah, and it makes sense. When a guy's been on the DL like that, all he's been thinking about is getting back to the bigs and that start. So his mind's focused. You're going to get the best mental preparation. And let's face it, baseball, you got to have the mechanics and everything, but you got to be mentally ready too. And this will be his best start. Throw one stat to support your play going against Gallardo. Okay. You gave his overall ERA, but I'm a big guy. I like to split the home and away, day and night. Here's another guy, pitches well in the daytime. His ERA in the daytime, 1.04, but at night his ERA is 5.05, and this is a Saturday night game in Milwaukee, so that supports your Cincinnati play even more. Okay. So great stuff. I'll be riding along with you on Saturday, buddy. You have it there. Ken says to take Matt Latos off the DL Saturday night, Cincinnati over Milwaukee. We're going to be right back. Another baseball play. We're going to go with Sunday action. We're going to take a look at Washington at St. Louis. That's up next, pregame.tv.